disassociate, so stuff doesn't bother me because otherwise I would not be able to do this. Anyway, so we are going to talk about Amber today. Her last name, I read, is pronounced Wilde. It's spelled Wilde, so it could be Wildy, but I read that it was Wilde. She was a Caucasian female, she's missing, so we don't know. Caucasian female, brown hair, brown eyes. She has 8 piercings in each ear, and she would be 39 at this point. She went missing when she was 19. Unfortunately, she was also 4 months pregnant at the time that she went missing. Her father, Steve Wilde, raised Amber and her sister as a single dad. He was, very protective of them, and she actually became pretty conscientious of kind of how things went. She would call him and make sure that the bills were paid and, things like that. But Amber had big dreams in her life, and she was well on her way to these dreams of becoming a doctor at the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay. September 23rd, 1998 is when she went missing. She was a dedicated student on the fast track for success. In high school, she took accelerated classes that allowed her to obtain an associate's degree after only 1 year of community college. Then she transferred to the University of Wisconsin. She had only been in the area 3 weeks prior to her disappearance, and we'll talk about that a little bit. She, like I said, planned to go to med school and become a pediatrician. Her family said that there's no way that she would have committed suicide. She was very excited about her future and had set up with her aunt and godmother, her name was Lori, to watch her unborn child after it was born so that Amber could continue with her education. Amber chronicled nearly every detail about her life and journey in her diary, which I wish I had the skills to do. I always bail out. I made it to January 2nd this year. She would write down daily activities, who she spoke to, and even her most private secrets. And just hours after one of her final entries in her diary, she was in a minor car crash on her way to class. She rear-ended another car. She made contact with the driver, and they agreed to exchange some names and speak later on in the day. There was minimal damage, but she did smack her head on the windshield. I read one article that said that she cracked the windshield, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case. I do find that she would have to be going pretty darn fast to, number one, crack your head on the windshield, especially if you have a seatbelt on, because you have to go pretty far. I drive an SUV, so maybe pretty far forward to bonk your head on the windshield, but I'm sure it's possible, because if it's possible for you to fly through it, it's possible for you to hit it. Anyway, she went and saw someone on the medical staff at school, and they told her that she most likely had a concussion, and that someone should check in on her, whether it be in person or with phone calls every couple of hours. Standard concussion procedure. Her father, Steve, talked to her several times throughout the day, and she tells him she has a blinding headache and asks him to please call in the morning to make sure that she gets up for class. When it went 12 hours from our last conversation, I knew something wasn't right, said Steve. I had a key to her apartment, so I was able to go there, and there was nothing going on in that apartment. Nothing really jumped out and said, "This is what happened," or pointed me in the direction as to where she was. I watched a video that said that he literally couldn't find anything amiss in her apartment. No sign of struggle, no sign of forced entry, nothing that would explain her disappearance. But Steve was worried, and he noticed that her car was missing. He immediately called the Green Bay police. It was just totally out of character for her to go missing on her own, so there was a good concern early on that someone else was most likely responsible eventually located on the front seat of the car, still plugged into the lighter and charging. No one saw anything, of course. Could she have concussion from amnesia? Amnesia from concussion. I speak English, guys. Could she have amnesia from the concussion? Possibly. I still find it really odd that she would have hit her head quite that hard. Not to say that she didn't have a concussion, but there are stages to concussions, and she probably just had like a stage 1 concussion that wasn't super major, is what I'm trying to say. But when Steve saw the inside of Amber's car, he knew that she was in trouble. She has very short legs, and the seat was always way up under the steering wheel, he said. When they found the car, the seat was pushed all the way back. Now, I saw some comments about this, and several people said that they are very short, and I'm very short. I'm 5'3", where they scoot the seat all the way up when they drive, and then when they get out, they push it back. I really hope you can't hear whatever that was driving up the hill behind me. Everybody has to gun their engine. I don't understand. So either somebody moved the seat intentionally to throw them off, or a very tall person was the last person to drive Amber's car and place it in that bar parking lot. There was something else eating away at Steve. Just 2 days before Amber went missing, she had her car serviced, and they wrote down the mileage on her odometer, which is not uncommon. A lot of people, I read the comments in a lot of videos that I watched, people thought this was weird, but when the car was found at Lambeau Field, it had 900 unexplained miles on it, which I do think is weird. Now, she could have driven that far in 2 days. It's entirely possible, but I think that this kind of is a sign of where she could be. I do think it's weird that they couldn't find any footage anywhere of this car anywhere at a gas station. Like, I feel like my car could not go 900 miles without getting gas somewhere. So it was at this point that police began to suspect something had happened to Amber. They at that point pretty much ruled it a homicide and said that there was nothing they could find or have been able to find that states that she went missing on her own. But she'd only been there 3 weeks. Who would want to hurt her? And then they get the biggest clue from Amber herself, in her own words. She is her own star witness, said one of the detectives on her case. They found her diary, and there in black and white, cops find the words to spell out a possible motive. I'm pregnant. Her aunt, Lori Ehnert, Ehnert, states that she was the first one that Amber told she was pregnant. She confided in her and then tells the rest of her family that it was an accidental pregnancy, but she planned to keep the baby. Steve knew. He said it surprised him, but he felt like she could overcome it. She continued her pre-med studies and began planning for the arrival of her baby. Everyone was supportive. It seemed like I said, like she had a plan worked out. Except possibly one person. The man Amber claims is her baby daddy, Matt Schneider. Her aunt says that she did tell him about the pregnancy and that he was not very happy. He was a 6'5", 21-year-old highway construction worker that she met at a party. She was upset that he didn't want anything to do with the baby, of course, but she just wanted the baby to know his father and hopefully have him be a part of the life, said the aunt. its own, maybe not. But Matt has other issues. The cops also find out that he has a fiance. I think the biggest thing was he didn't want his fiance to know because he didn't want that relationship to end, said Detective Kingston. Cops say in her diary, Amber made it clear she wants Matt to come clean with his fiance about the baby, but he refuses. So she actually confronted his fiance face to face. That's pretty ballsy, I think. She then told his mother. She wrote a letter, I guess. And according to her diary, he was livid. It was the only thing that she mentioned one time that he was mean to her, said her Aunt Lori. I asked her, "What do you mean? Does he hit you?" And she said, No, but he's always cutting me down and telling me I'm fat and ugly. And the aunt said, "Whatever, just if he would do anything to her, you just stay away from him. You don't need him." So of course, they keep looking at her diary. It's her talking to us. It's her telling us what's going on in her life and what she was doing, said Detective Kingston. I really hope you cannot hear Lucy snoring. I covered her up and she is snoring away. So they, of course, hunt down Matt Schneider to get his side of the story. And it's not at all what they expected to hear. At first, he denied that he knew her. Then he denied ever having sex with her. He tells the investigators he met her at a restaurant and maybe talked to her twice. His fiancée tells cops that Amber had a fatal attraction to him, that she was making it all up and obsessed. I couldn't find the fiancé's name, but apparently he married her. The fiancé states that Matt in no way had any sexual contact with Amber at all, and the fact that Amber was just infatuated with Matt and harassing him. They seem to think that maybe she was just desperate for attention, but I don't know her, but I don't really see her that way. She didn't want a relationship with this man. She just wanted him to have a relationship with his baby. So Green Bay police have not released Amber's diary because it is still an ongoing investigation even 20 years later. But they did allow a reporter from Crime Watch Daily to read several entries about her relationship with Matthew. And she was very graphic about their sexual relationship. And what this reporter read made it very clear that this was not a one-night stand. In her diary, she even described different positions that they had sex in, which I feel like is so specific for a diary, but again, I can't manage to keep one, so maybe it's not. Family members relate that their relationship was hot and heavy for 4 months, and then went ice cold when he found out that Amber was pregnant. Crime Watch Daily also confirmed that an ultrasound had been done, and that she was about 4.5 months along when she disappeared. Matt Schneider maintains he did not have sex with her, and this baby was not his. If that's true, and he only talked to Amber a couple of times, then the police want to know how he explains a key piece of this mystery. They subpoenaed his cell phone records. Between the time period where they first met to the time period where she went missing, from phone records and other statements, they talked maybe around 60 times for sure. There was clearly back and forth going on, documented very well throughout phone records and the diary that she kept. Police were able to cross-reference the dates and times with her diary and phone records to determine the contents of each phone call. Matt and Amber were in constant contact with each other until the night that she disappeared, and he never attempted to call her again after that. He has never provided an alibi, and he has refused to be public sort of makes me wonder, maybe she's not buried on the highway. Maybe they drove her someplace else and then drove back. Like, I'm sure that they did the logical thing of putting a pin in the map and the 450-degree circumference of... I don't know about Wisconsin, so I don't know what would be there, but it seems like her relationship with him wasn't anything more than sexual, and it wasn't supposed to be until she became pregnant. I didn't read anything about her wanting an actual relationship with him, like I said, just that she wanted him to be a part of his baby's life. So, did he take advantage of her disoriented state that day? Did he plan on murdering her, or was it something that just kind of happened? What did he do with her? And, most importantly, do they have enough evidence to move forward with the no-body homicide case if her remains can't be recovered? We've, talked about cases together where this does happen. So I did a little bit more research about concussion symptoms to think about maybe how she was feeling that day. So, confused or feeling dazed, clumsiness, slurred speech, nausea, vomiting, headache, which she told her dad that she had, balance problems or dizziness, blurred vision, sensitivity to light and noise, sluggishness, ringing in your ears, behavior or personality changes, difficulty concentrating, and memory loss. So, I think that there is a chance that maybe he met up with her, took advantage of her state, and did something to her, but I just think it's so tragic. 20 years. Her dad and her sister and that little unborn baby, it wouldn't be little anymore, 19 years old at this point, and there was one article that said maybe she got a traumatic brain injury and wandered off. Okay, that's possible. Again, I don't think she hit her head that hard. I wasn't there, but I feel like traumatic brain injuries do heal themselves after some time, and it's been 20 years, so wouldn't she come home by now? Maybe not. Her family firmly believes that she's buried under the highway, and I can't imagine trying to sleep with that at night. Anyway, thanks for watching.